Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the next episode of Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience. What's going on with you? Hello, it's your old pal Joe here, checking in with you on a motherfucking Monday, my friend. How's it going? How's it hanging? How was your weekend? Did you have a great 9/11, did you? Hey, I hope good things are happening to you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing better than you ever thought you possibly could be doing. And if you're not, hey, that's okay. But get your shit together. We ain't got time for your bullshit, especially you. You know who has the least amount of time for your bullshit? It's yourself. So get it together. We're already halfway through goddamn September. And what the fuck have you done with yourself? Quit being a bitch. Get yourself together and get it in gear, will you? All right? All right, great. Real quick, got some shows coming up for you fine people. If you happen to be in the greater Nashville area, I'll be in Murfreesboro tonight. I'm talking September 12th. I'll be at a place called Liquid Smoke. So, if you like smoking a cigar, wink, wink, because you really wish it was, big old cock, you should come on down to Liquid Smoke in Murfreesboro. We'll be slinging the jokes. I'll also be in Texas at the end of the month, in Houston, also in Bryan, Texas, as well as Dallas, Texas, the 28th, 29th, 30th, and the 1st of October. I'll be down there with my good friend Aaron Weber. Going to be out in Bridgeport, Connecticut, October 6th through the 8th, Chicago the 13th through the 15th, and Milwaukee the 16th, doing all those shows with my good buddy Aaron Weber. And for those of you fine folks that missed out on my Cincinnati show because I wrecked my fucking car, I'll be doing that November 12th. So that's rebooked. Go to joekellycomedy.com for all the upcoming dates. Got all sorts of shit coming up towards the end of the year. December's wide open right now, but other than that, pretty much on the road every weekend up until December. So that's good, right? And again, keep up with all the nonsense, all the shenanigans at joekellycomedy.com. All right? What's going on with you, my friend? How was your week? What did you get into? Did you have any fun happenings this past weekend? Did you watch the Nate Diaz fight? Boy, oh boy, that was fun. What a good evening of fights, I got nothing to say about it other than it was enjoyable. And if watching two men fucking rolling around with each other and beating each other up gets your fucking knob off, then I definitely would watch some UFC. Anyway, what was the big news last week, my friend? The Queen is dead. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that old bag of bones no longer existing on this planet, but going back to her existence of her interdimensional existence, Because I think we can all agree. I think anybody who listens to this podcast will agree that the Queen was a reptile from outer space. I think we can all agree with that, She made it to 96 years old pretending to be a human. So that is pretty impressive in and of itself. But I imagine you guys probably feel the same way that I do, that the Queen was definitely not a human being, but in fact, an interdimensional reptile who was here to enslave the human race. And the only reason she lived as long as she did was the fact that she was eating human flesh and drinking baby blood. I think we can all, I'm pretty sure that's a fact. I think you can go to Snopes and look that up and it'll say, fuck yeah, Joe's right, I'm pretty sure that's a direct quote from Snopes. It's like, fucking Joe knows what he's talking about when it comes to this Queen being a reptile. Whatever it was, definitely not a human, but I guess the pandemic had some effect on the human flesh and the blood that she needed to prolong her existence on this particular planet. So she has gone back to, what is it, Nibiru? Is that where the Anunnaki come from? Nibiru? I think she went back to Nibiru for a little while. But who knows? Maybe she'll be back in a different form. You know what I mean? But the old bag's dead. Who gives a shit? We don't believe in kings and queens anyway. This is America, We believe in democracy, all right? And elected public officials, not some royal fucking family. You know what I mean? I don't care for people with a lot of money anyway. So, I don't want to say I'm glad she's dead, but maybe I just don't care. Maybe I don't care. You know? But it got me thinking. You know what would be fun? Let's talk about the 15 royal family conspiracy theories, shall we? That will rattle you to the core. As we all know, the Queen was a reptile. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's just a fact. That's a cold, hard fact that once upon a time, Planet X, aka Nibiru, which is the home of the Anunnaki, it passed by Earth. They got close enough to come to Earth, and then they took their DNA and then mingled it with the monkey DNA that was on this planet, and that's how we got modern day humans, That's a fact. That's, people are looking for the missing link and they can't find it. It's because it came from a planet that you only see once every fucking 16,000 years or some shit like that. Come on, people. History lesson today. But, some of the Anunnaki, they stay around and they control all the humans. I'm pretty sure that's what that whole thing is. But either way, Queen's a reptile. But did you know that Meghan Markle is a robot? Did you know the lady that Prince Harry is in love with or whatever is a robot? Which seems, this one I don't know if I can get behind, people. As much as I would like to believe that Meghan Markle is a robot, it would seem that if the royal family were to make a Meghan Markle robot, they would have made her whiter. You know what I mean? Since they don't care for pigment in your skin. The royal family don't, you know what I mean? So I just think maybe that one doesn't hold up, because I think if they were to create a robot, they would have made her pale so they would enjoy being around her. Why would you make a robot that you don't like or trust? You know what I mean? Not because of what's on the inside, but because of the skin color of Meghan Markle. Wasn't that the big thing where they were like, she's too brown to be royal or something like that? I could just be making up everything I'm talking about today, people. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's try this one, shall we? Prince Harry married Meghan Markle to gain control over America. I've never heard of that one before. Is it because she's an American lady? Okay. Maybe I should read this one. Prince Harry's kids will be Americans, he wrote. What if one grows up to be president and is in line for the throne at the same time? Brits are playing long ball here, but it's a smart move. They want America back, and this is how they'll do it. So they'll have an American kid, and I don't fucking know. That one's kind of stupid. Prince Charles is a vampire. I'd believe that as well. Did you know that Queen Elizabeth I was a man? Now, that might sound crazy back in the Queen Elizabeth I days, but nowadays that's perfectly acceptable, So what if she was? Beautiful, in my opinion. Still a beautiful lady, even if she was a man, Apparently, the original Queen Elizabeth died when she was young, so then they just put a fella in there and dressed her up like a queen and said, "You'll be the Queen of England now, even though you're a fella." Kind of like that movie Sleepaway Camp. Did y'all ever see Sleepaway Camp from the 80s? Great fucking movie. Weird, shitty horror movie, but the ending is fantastic. I don't want to ruin it for you, but the point is, the movie starts out, there's a young boy and a young girl, right? And they're swimming in a lake, and then the boat runs them over. It runs one of them over, and we're made to believe that it ran the young boy over, And then Angela, she's the young girl, she goes to camp, starts killing everybody for some reason, probably because she saw her brother die at the fucking lake that she was camping at, And then she loses her mind, start boiling people alive, cutting people's heads off and all that shit. And come to find out at the end, the fucking aunt who was taking care of the kids was a lunatic, and she wanted to have a daughter. So it turns out Angela originally died. She was the one that got hit by the boat. And then Peter was still alive, but Peter became Angela because of his fucking lunatic aunt. And then in the end, you see the lady with the penis. And this was in the 80s before it was cool and attractive, Anyway, that's what the Queen Elizabeth the first theory sounds like. Very similar to the first Sleepaway Camp, which is a great movie. Very, very fun. Did you know Sleepaway Camp also inspired the band CKY by giving him their name, which stands for Camp Kill Yourself. Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, Queen Elizabeth II is a reptile. We already covered that one. The reptiles from the Anunnaki, they have been responsible for 9/11 and the Holocaust, apparently. Apparently had nothing to do with Arabs or Germans. Interdimensional aliens causing all these fucking problems for us. Anyway, none of these seem that fun. How do you feel about Princess Diana? Remember when they killed her because she wasn't good enough to be a royal family? That's what happened. They definitely did kill her. But anyway, I think that's enough. None of these are really that fun. But the point is, the lizard lady is dead, and we can all live in peace. King Edward's VII's son was Jack the Ripper. That's pretty interesting. That one might make sense, you know? Because it seems like the children of rich and powerful people tend to get away with shit. So if you're murdering somebody, if you're rippering a bunch of ladies out there, and they never figure out who you are, it's probably because you're royal family, you know? That's the only way that makes sense. Diana feared that Prince Charles would kill her in a car crash, and then it happened. Queen Elizabeth I wrote all of Shakespeare's plays. That's pretty interesting, too. So Queen Elizabeth I was not only a fella, but also wrote plays for a fella. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? I don't know if any of these are true, but I think we can, once again, all agree that they are lizards. They are interdimensional lizards, as well as the ruling classes in America, too. Barack Obama, definitely a lizard. The Bushes, definitely lizards. The Clintons, definitely lizards. They're all lizards, people. They're all fucking interdimensional goddamn lizards coming to try and take over the world, you know? And we got the power of good to stop them, and that's about it. So we just got to stick together, you know? And I can't pretend that we all aren't part lizard, right? Isn't that how the brain evolved? Isn't that how we all started off as, in theory? If you believe in evolution, weren't we all kind of reptiles at once? Isn't part of our brain reptilian? And then there's, what's on top of that? The mammalian brain? And then whatever? I don't know. Maybe we're all reptiles at the end of the day. But anyway, that's enough about the Queen. That's enough about fucking conspiracy theories and reptiles, man. What have you been doing with your week, my friend? I got another video banned from TikTok and Instagram. I don't know what I'm doing wrong out here in the world. I see what other people are doing, and I don't think I'm doing anything as bad. The Instagram thing is strange. This algorithm, everything's just, I think the internet's becoming such a boring, shitty place now. It used to be fun. It used to be just lawless and people saying whatever they felt like saying. And that's what is interesting to me, you know? Whether or not I believe what you have to say, these crazy people, you know what I mean? Like a Alex Jones. I'd rather listen to him than somebody else. I'd rather listen to somebody who's came up with their own theories on life and where things come from and shit like that than be, you know, fed the public education system of the past, present, and future. But, yeah, it just seems like the internet kind of sucks. The Instagram thing was very interesting because it's they found a post from 2016. I don't know if somebody reported it or if it was algorithm or AI or what the fuck it was. But they found, and it was an account I don't even really use anymore. But a post got flagged, and all the picture was, it was a picture of a pharmaceutical ad that listed, it was like a bargain pharmaceutical company that would give you great deals on any pharmaceuticals that you might need. You know what I mean? So I just posted that picture and was like, hey, we got drugs, lots and lots of drugs, cheap prices too. You know what I mean? And I guess it was flagged for solicitation or the sale of drugs or some shit like that. But first of all, it's from 6 years ago. And also it's a fucking ad in a newspaper. It wasn't like, you know, I was trying to sell mushrooms or weed or anything like that. It was all legal pharmaceutical drugs from some website. So I was just making a joke. And then you go around and I get tagged from all the time with people on fucking Instagram trying to sell mushrooms and edibles and shit like that. And it's like, how are these accounts still alive? But my one fucking post from 6 years ago is a fucking problem. And TikTok too. I got banned from TikTok for saying fucking anybody who smokes cigars wishes it was a cock, which I don't know how that's that bad. I don't know why. I think maybe because I said closeted homosexual and the algorithm picked up on that. I can't catch a break, people. You know how it is. Just getting banned, getting in trouble, trying to figure it out. I've just been deleting apps anyway. That's something I did this past week. I deleted every dating app account I've ever had. It feels good. It's a fucking, I'm done with all that shit. I'm done meeting the same people over and over again and having the same conversation. Everybody thinks they're different, but they're not. They're all the same. You know what I mean? People are like, you ain't never met anybody like me. It's like, I've met 30,000 people who are exactly like you. And they all said that same thing too. You know, anyone who's out there going to tell you that they're different probably ain't. They're going to be the same as everybody else who's ever said they're different. But I'm just tired of, it's insanity at some point, right? Isn't that with a fucking Einstein thing? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity, something like that. But that's how the dating apps seem at this point in time. You know what I mean? It's all fucking deserving 30-year-olds or people who think they're deserving. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having kids and being divorced and all that shit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But to act like you're some fucking prize when you're in your mid-30s and you got kids and you're divorced for the second time or whatever is just absolutely ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, I know what I want, and I want this, that, and the other. And it's like, life isn't together yet. Or maybe it is. Whatever. You know what I mean? Just realize where you're at, you know? Because ideally with a lady, you know, you all got great personalities. We can all agree with that. The personality is the best thing about you. Your loving spirit is the best thing about you. You know, the greatness that lives inside you is the best thing about you. But at the end of the day, the pussy is the prize. You know what I mean? And fucking that prize is all broken. You know what I mean? Imagine opening a box of Fruit Loops, you know what I mean? And you go in to get the toy out, little Batman action figure, and his head's all smashed and the car's missing a wheel and shit like that. That's what pussy is after you have a kid, you know? And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm cool with it, but just don't act like it's better than what it is. And then it's just a bunch of 20-year-olds with daddy issues. And it's like, I'll be a daddy to you, but, you know, I just can't keep doing this shit anymore. So I'm just taking a break from them. Deleted them all. Because it was a thing where it's like you can make your account inactive or you can, you know, just uninstall it or whatever it is. But it's like the temptation when being bored to just download an app, to re-download it, to try and holler at some bitches is just, it's there. I'm not going to pretend it's not there. So rather than leaving myself that option, I was like, I'll just fucking terminate every single one that I've ever been on. And it's been, I'll tell you, it's been a pretty peaceful week. I've enjoyed it. I haven't felt like I've been wasting conversations. I haven't felt like I've been, you know, whatever it is, it's like, I'm just done with that shit. I can't keep doing it. I got to go out in the real world and meet people. You know what I mean? That's going to be the new thing, I guess, you know, but I think it'll be good just to take some time away, spend some time being alone, especially in the next coming months. I'm on the road so much. It's like, I don't have fucking time for this shit. And I don't want to be going to different cities and going, hey, let me see if I can fucking get some pussy while I'm here. It just ain't worth it anymore. I'm taking a new leave in life, people. I've turned a corner and I'm not going back, you know? And if that means I got to be alone for a while, that's okay. I like it. I prefer it that way. I'd rather be alone and feel okay than be around people and feel fucking weird, you know? Because that's what people do to you. They make you feel weird because they're all stupid. Because they all don't think the queen is a lizard. You know what I mean? So then you want to explain to them how the queen is a lizard, and they're like, oh, you're fucking weird. And it's like, you guys are just the same, and that's the problem, bro. You know? You know what I mean, people? Anyway, let's get you this was a pretty quick one this week. It ain't bad. We checked in. We checked out. I hope you're doing well. Let's get you the animal video clip of the week and get you on your fucking way, my friend. Shall we? Shall we? Let's do it. This one, where was this one on? World Star, maybe? I think I saw this one on World Star Hip Hop. Another bullfight, people. When are we going to stop? When are we going to stop fucking with the bulls? It's, again, for the sake of entertainment, I hope that never happens. I hope that bizarre ritual of fucking with a bull continues until the day I die. Because it never gets old. It's always confusing why people want to fuck with a bull, but it certainly never gets old watching a bull fuck people up. This one's fun because it's a very muddy, what is it called? An arena? Is that where people go and fuck around with bulls? Is that what you call that place? An arena? Very muddy. Very, very muddy, so very, very slippery, like, right? Which is a great place to fuck around with a bull when you can't get any traction. Fucking goofballs. This one's fun because there's a whole bunch of people in the arena. The pen. Is it a pen? Whatever. I'm going to call it a pen from here on out. Whole bunch of people and two bulls, right? And the two bulls are locked up fighting each other. They're going at it, you know? And one guy decides to step in. They're all kind of close to the bulls, but nobody's really fucking with them. One guy decides he's going to fucking slap the bull on the ass, right? One of them. And all of a sudden, the bull decides, oh, I'm not going to keep fighting this bull. I'm just going to fuck this guy that slapped me up. So he starts fucking goring him and headbutting him and knocks him down in the mud, and he's wallowing around, and all these other people, the other bull takes off. He's like, yeah, fuck it, I guess we're done. And all the other people are kind of around, and they start like slapping at the bull. But the bull don't give a fuck. He's going after the first person that slapped him. And he's just ravaging that dude in the mud. And I'm pretty sure he made it out alive and he's just fine. But just the focus of that bull on that one guy, it was great. It's so funny. When are we going to stop? When are we going to stop? Never? Never? I think once we stop, the Anunnaki will come back. If we stop being so goddamn entertaining for the interdimensional reptilians that run this world, they'll show themselves. Because they'll be so goddamn bored. They'll be like, listen, you guys ain't doing enough stupid shit anymore. So now we have to reveal ourselves to you and go, hey, we're here to watch the show. You guys are being very boring. We need you to go back to fighting bulls and, you know, shoving glass jars up your ass. That's what we need. And if you aren't going to do that, we have no point in ruling your world anymore, you know? So we got to go one way or the other. We got to stop it so we can take back the power and not let these reptilian overlords control us, or we just got to lean into it and make sure that they stay happy so they don't kill us all and eat our flesh and blood. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, listen. Hope we had a little bit of fun today. Thanks for checking in with me. Sounds like a goddamn trains are coming. But anyway, hope we had a great time. Hope we had a little bit of fun today. Go to joekellycomedy.com. Keep up with me. I'll be on the road, you know, doing some clean comedy over the next few months. But if you come out, we can hang out afterwards and talk about dirty reptilians and all that shit. Murfreesboro, Tennessee tonight. I'll be in Texas at the end of the month. Chicago next month, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Las Vegas, Milwaukee. That's all going down in October. And then November, we got Dayton, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, as well as St. Paul, Minnesota. Once again, joekellycomedy.com. Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope we had some fun. If you're new to the podcast, subscribers are continuing to grow on YouTube, so I thank you for joining me. If this is the first podcast you've checked out, this is what it is. This is what it is. Just talking nonsense. But anyway, I appreciate you checking it out. Do me a favor. Take care of yourself. Take care of somebody else. I'll catch you around real fucking soon. Later. And this is the video portion now. You get a little bit of bonus for you here on the video. You know? How's it going there, you fine people on YouTube? I hope you're doing really good. I hope good things are happening in your life. And if they aren't, if it's not where you want it to be right now, it's okay. It'll get there. Maybe you got to make some changes to yourself and your surroundings, but you'll get it there. All right? Have some fun out there. All right? Enjoy your week. Take care. I'll talk to you next week.